Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday, February 3rd, 2023. How is it February? Number one, who knows? I'm so glad you're here with me today. I hope everyone has had a good couple of weeks. Thank you for understanding. I had a couple days I didn't feel great last week, and so it was nice to be able to take Friday off. Yes, good afternoon to some that might not be here on this side of the world. I hope everyone has had a good week so far. Oh, hello, everybody. Yes, Sophie, that's funny. It's good afternoon for where she is. Hi, everyone. Sorry, Shari, I make you buy all kinds of stitchy things. Shari and I enable each other a lot. How is everybody today? Tell me what you've been up to. Sorry, I need a little drink. I have dry mouth this morning. We're going to be making a fun card today with Papertrey ink products. These were December products. The January release is out. I'll have a video coming with that soon. I wanted to play with the December, but the kind of Valentine's love theme products a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do today. And as always, I try to make cards that, even though it might be love Valentine's theme that could be used anytime, you know, my thoughts on hearts are they're good at any time. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see everybody coming in today. Yes, it sounds like it's cold for a lot of you. Is Texas thawing out yet? I know that makes Texas come to a standstill. Oh, Peggy just said Texas is thawing out. That's so funny. Yes, good. That is excellent news. So bad. Yes, Shari, me too. Me too. So lots of started water aerobics classes, Susie said. That's awesome. And watching from work, Kim says. Oh, that's so fun. Julie, I like to think of it as being a good influence. There's worse things we could be doing, right? That's awesome that you're making some felt ornaments. Hearts are all the time. Yes. Thank you, Shari, for agreeing. Oh my gosh, it snowed in Vegas this week. I will say, was it a week ago? My mom and dad live in Arizona, and she sent me a picture, and there was like some snow. And she goes, "What is this? I moved away from it." It was just like a tiny dusting, but she sent me it for proof. Minnesota is not thawing. Probably not. I only say that about Texas because Texas is not used to it, and it kind of makes Texas come to a standstill, doesn't it? For all my Texas friends. Oh my gosh. Judy made 18 Mama Elephant treat bags. That is awesome. I love it. Sunny Florida sounds amazing, Kim. I would love to do that. Let's see. I would love to be somewhere where it's a little bit warmer. My kids and I have kind of decided we're over winter now. It can warm up and it can be spring. Now that the holidays are over, I'm always like, okay, it can be spring now. Oh, that's so funny. Been making pasta hearts, Sandy said. Well, I have them, and it is on my agenda for this weekend. So we shall see how many I get done. Let's see, couple little things. If you haven't subscribed already, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I do make the chat for subscribers only, just to kind of help keep the trolls out of here, because you guys know. So like, subscribe, do all of those things. We're trying to get to 100,000. I have some awesome prizes, giveaways. We're gonna have a fun party when that happens, so definitely do all of that stuff. Shari says she was over winter in November. Me too, really. Go Chiefs. Yes, thank you guys. We were just planning our Super Bowl party. I will say I'm not a huge football fan. I don't follow it very close or anything like that, but I do agree to have the party here. We have nice meals or not nice meals, one nice meal, and have a get together. So my family will come over, but That is all. Yes, 100K is so close. Is it Coley Bing? Yes. So I'm super, super excited. Oh my gosh, Tracy made 9 Posh to Heart banners. I love to hear that. And now time to focus on Easter. Isn't it crazy? I am just starting to see Easter stuff everywhere, and I'm, thinking about it for all crafting and all of that. I know you guys know that if you follow my cross stitching, but oh my goodness, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, Odin is squeaking. There's nothing we can do about that. I'm just going to ignore it and pretend it's not happening. He wants me to know he's here. He wants you guys to know he's here too. No, the groundhog did not listen. Absolutely not. Ginger says she makes up for my lack of love for football. That's funny. I'm a huge basketball fan. I love college basketball. I could care less about pro basketball. I'm really not the best for most sports, honestly, but I do love, I love my Jayhawks, so there's that. Yeah, okay, let's see. Yes, I know, Shari, that's me too. I don't know how many hearts I'll get done, but I have them, so I can make them at some point, right? That's my philosophy. Okay, let's see. Oh, you have a Shih Tzu named Brody as well, Julie said yes. My poor little Brody, he's so elderly. He came, and for anyone who doesn't know, Brody was a rescue. We rescued him. He actually had been used for breeding, and he had not been treated very well. And so we rescued him at 9 years old. So we rescued him basically as a senior dog. And I didn't know if he would ever hold his tail up. He was so scared when we got him. And he still is a little skittish, especially around men, which makes me think he was abused. And he definitely doesn't want to be in front of you, like your feet. So it makes me think he was kicked. But he's happy. He holds his tail up, and he's just the sweetest little thing. So, but he is elderly. He sleeps a lot. A lot. Ruth says in the middle of summer here and been loving hot days. I could go for a hot day or two for sure. Let's see. Barbara said Jayhawks. Yes, I know, Barbara. Barbara and I are going to be rooting for the same team. And Jennifer says Rock Chalk. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to make today. We're going to use Papertrey ink, which I mentioned earlier. I'm going to flip the camera around and kind of show you what we're going to use. We're going to get started because I am going to use some Picket Fence Studios paper glazes, and we need to give them enough time to dry. So let me go ahead and let's flip this around, and I will talk a little bit about this. So this is the card I'm going to make today, and you can see that I use some stenciling. These are paper, this is paper glaze. Are they both? This is paper glaze. This one is paper glitz because it has glitter in it. So we're going to use both of these. It's a 2-piece stencil. And this is what it looks like. So you can make these awesome hearts. Here is an example of using that same stencil set to do like a two-tone just ink blending background. This was a video that went up on my channel earlier this week, so you can definitely check that out if you haven't already. We're using a lot of the same products for a completely different card. And I love the paper glazes from Picket Fence Studio. I feel like they don't dry out very quick, which is something that I totally love. Ginger, it hurts my heart too, but every time I look at him and he runs up to me, he doesn't see very well, and but he looks up at me with this like look of, I can't believe that I have it so good, I guess. It really does kind of hurt my heart. I cry. But that's just how I am about pets. I'm kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Yes, and Christine, I would say, I'm going to just flip this around really quick. I would say I would do it again. I had never rescued and adopted one before like that. And in fact, my oldest son, he has cats now because they're a little lower maintenance and don't require as much, you know, and he's got long work days. But he said someday when he can and can have a dog and has that, because he just loves animals, he will rescue because he's loved this whole experience and just, you know, It definitely is different than getting a puppy, but it's no less wonderful for sure. Oh, thank you, Susie. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yes, I got my nails done finally. Needed to happen. Oh, Liz, thank you. You're so sweet. So this is what we're going to make today. And yes, very Valentine's-y feeling, but you can use this. You can send love to someone at any time. And I added a little stamped sentiment inside, almost probably more birthday-ish, I guess. But great for a February birthday, I think. So sending lots of love. And we are going to use, so in addition to the stencils, and these are, of course, I forgot the name. Well, you know, they're in the supply list. So we're going to use our stencils first. I love these hearts. These are the they are the Love to Layer hearts from Papertrey ink. I love the little scallopy eyelet one, but I love this XOXO border. We're actually going to use all three of those today. Oh my goodness, joyous in Christ. That breaks my heart. It totally breaks my heart. We're going to use the larger than life love die. I'm going to have to not talk about this or I'll be blubbering mess here on our live stream. Papertrey ink Into the Blooms Fun Flowers. I love this set. So we're going to just use the flowers and some leaves to add some little flowers around our heart. But here's my other example where I did more of the stems and I ink blended and all of the things. They're really cute. I love these flowers. Then this arrow is actually from the Scallop Treat Box. And I'm going to have a little like reel coming using this. So stay tuned for that with the Valentine's-y project. And then the rest of our greeting comes from the Larger Than Life Love Sentiments. That's where Sending Lots Of comes from. And inside our card is the Inside Greetings Celebration. Liz, I don't either. Yes. And Kate says most of her pets come from the local animal shelter. Absolutely. Oh. Pets are my babies, and I know there are many of yours as well. Okay, what we're going to do first is do our first layer of stenciling, and then we're going to do some assembly while that dries before we do our second layer. So I am just going to pop my background here. This is some Hero Arts Cherry Cardstock. This is probably my favorite color of red for a very, oh gosh, that scared me. Sorry about the doorbell, everybody. For cherry cardstock. And we are going to go ahead and just pick one of our stencils here. And I am going to just temporarily adhere this to my background. Odin heard whoever was at the door before me because he was perked up and went running. All right. So I am going to use, and this color is called Winter Snowfall. Hello. Candy Graham. I doubt it. That's funny. That love die is my favorite too. I absolutely love it. And the hearts, you guys know me. If it's got a heart on it, I want it. Okay, so I am going to just take some of this and I'm going to try to make as little mess as possible. I cannot believe I forgot to bring my water dish in here, so I am going to go dump these in the sink here in a minute, so sorry. I even thought about it, and then I took the dogs outside instead, and I don't know what I was doing. Probably when I'm crafting because when I'm crafting by myself, I just go ahead and take it and clean it right then and there. I'm doing a pretty thin layer because I really want this to dry quickly. So I always just scrape it back in there. Susie, what's my salsa recipe? Oh, I did. Oh gosh, what is this mess I just made? Hold, please. I'll talk about that in just a second. I'm making a giant mess. My salsa recipe is actually the Pioneer Woman's. It's what I've used for years and years. I roughly follow it now. I don't, like, not exactly, I guess. I just dump stuff in now. And I add more jalapenos to taste for those who like it spicier. I made the biggest mess, you guys. Of course I did. Of course I did. Ginger says 100% same about wanting all hearts. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to go dump this in some water since I forgot to bring it in here. So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. As Odin is chasing me through the house. Okay, I'm back, everybody. The salsa is so, so good. Let's see. I have had texture paste forever and have never used it. Oh, try it. It's really fun. So I'm just going to set this aside for a second, and I'm going to do a quick clean. The thing about paste is it's messy. It's messy and you have to clean it up right away or it just becomes glued to whatever you have it on. Because even on my glass mat here, which this is easy to clean because you can just scrape it off later, but I do try to clean right away. Let's see. I always have conversations with anything I watch and it drives your family up a wall. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh, thank you so much, Margot. No, you're not late. I've only done one layer of the background, but unfortunately this project requires me to do a lot of my cleaning while we're crafting. Oh, yes, Julie, try all of those Gina K pastes you have. It is super fun. Okay, so next, while the first layer is drying and before we add our second layer, let's just go ahead and start assembling a few things. I actually think I'll do these flowers first. Let me grab some tweezers and some glue. Collect all the paste. The thing about collecting them is if you don't use them, some of them tend to dry out. So get them used for sure. All right, we are going to, I'm going to have to look at my previous one to see how this goes together. And my hands are going to be a mess because I am just messy crafter today. Apparently. And these are so cute, but they are kind of a pill to get together. Or at least they are for me. I have to keep looking at how I did it before to remind myself. Samantha says, new, what is the best stamping ink brand? I don't know. I have a hard time answering that question. There are a lot of good ones out there. It really just depends on what you're looking for. Let's see. What are everyone's weekend plans? Inky fingers are real, Christine says. This is true. It means you've been doing something good. Oh, I love that. Julie says she's challenging herself. Her goal is to use something new every time she plays. So far, going well. That is awesome. I don't know what gilding polish is, Kim. Catherine says as she was making Christmas cards, she found her glitter gel was dried out. Yes. Yep, Joyous in Christ, that's a good recommendation. She says she would choose ink based on the colors you like. That is for sure. Okay, so for our love die, I am going to offset it a little bit. I die cut it from the Lawn Fawn Pixie Dust White Glitter, and then also some slate gray cardstock from Simon Says Stamp, because I like that little shadow. I think it helps it stand out a little bit. So let's go ahead and pop that down. And I'm just going to carefully layer it on top. I love that little bit of shadow. It looks really good when it's popped onto this. Okay, then let's go ahead and take our hearts, and actually this outer one, it has an awesome little eyelet border, but it's pretty delicate. It does die cut, but you really should probably take like a piercing tool. I love this heart. And pop out all of those little inside pieces. Making Valentine's Day cards and pet sympathy cards. Oh, the order has been placed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't like making them for that occasion. And as pet owners and lovers, and we've all experienced it, and it's horrible and awful. I needed one, unfortunately, for a friend, and I thought while I'm doing it, I might as well make a few, because just like sympathy cards, I don't like making them in the moment. It's hard to make them in the moment. It's much easier to just have those on hand. The pet heart is cute, and it can be used for other things as well, not just sympathy, which I think is great. anything. Let's see. Yes, the love die is awesome. So I'm just going to glue my XO heart right to my eyelet heart. Weaving tea towels. Oh, nice. Hey, better late than never, right? However, the replay is always available for everyone. And just a note to everyone who watches this on replay, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Okay, here's what we're going to do next. So we've got white cardstock. This is PEONY cardstock from Hero Arts. And then I've got vellum. This is some Lawn Fawn vellum. And I don't know if you can see, but it has that little teeny tiny dot stitched border. I just love dies that have a little stitched border. And instead of gluing this right to there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little glue around the back of this heart, because how we're positioning this, I'm lining up my die cut hearts with the kind of wonky heart from the love. So glue on the back of this, and we're going to line this up right over the vellum heart. And that way we can hide our adhesive. Then from the scallop treat bag, it also has, it doesn't have this, you have to cut a little thin strip for the arrow, but it has the tail and the tip. And I die cut these from some rose gold mirror cardstock. And before the glue dries all the way, I probably did this quicker when I did my sample, I'm going to just slide that piece through. And I've left it purposely a lot longer than I need it because I can trim that up in a bit. Then what I can do is I can go in and hide my adhesive back behind this other part of the die. So we're just going to go like that. And I know it looks wonky. There we go. And then it's all lined up. I'm usually a replay girl, Julie said. I work from home, but usually involved in forget. That's me too with my favorite lives. Not even kidding. Maybe I should put Shari on that too. Shari, are you even still here? Poor Shari. She has to remind me about all the things. Gets to. Maybe I should call it She Gets To. I'm just kidding. Okay, I need some scissors. So leaving this long for me allows me to kind of play with how long I want that little strip. I'm just going to snip that off. We're going to put the end of our little arrow. Yes, I should have everything linked in the description. If I'm missing something, let me know, please. I do my best, but at times I forget or miss something. I'm just going to snip off the rest of that after I kind of know how long I want it. And we'll put the rest of the arrow on. How cute is that? I love layering all the die cuts. Well, it was cute till I messed it up. There we go. Let's see. Now, I want to show you something. Let's say you need a gift bag and not a card. I started this. I didn't get it finished. So you'll see this a little bit later. This is the rest of that scallop treat bag. And that die set that the arrow comes from. And that die looks like this. So this is one half of the bag. You could take this and it would fit on the front of that bag really cute. Wouldn't that be fun for little Valentine's treat bags? And the size of this, just hear me out. If you have those pashta design hearts, you could put like a little felt heart in here to gift to a friend or family member. Wouldn't that be cute? Oh, Liz, I'm so sorry. Multiple alarms for favorite lives. Yes. I set alarms, but I'm not always the best at paying attention to them. Okay, let me check and see how our paste is doing. I think it's pretty good. I purposely did, okay, so this one, which is the paper glaze, dries a little bit faster than the glitz. So I do that one first. And I think we've kind of got our heart together, so I'm going to set that aside for a second. And we're going to do our second layer so that it can start drying. Yes, isn't it, Marie, such a pretty heart die? The lacy edge is amazing. Now, remember, I'm using these with paste, but they look amazing with inks. Or you could do a combination of inks and then paste for two-tone hearts. There's so many different ways to use this that I think it would be fun in any of those. All right. I think I do want to tape this down just a little. All right, we're going to take our paper glitz now, and this is in the color True Christmas Red, but you know, it works for Valentine's too. Question, Joyce and Christ, I missed something. Is that a gift box you were showing? It's half of the gift box. I have not assembled it yet because I need to finish stenciling it, but I will be sharing this. This will be in a reel probably next week. But it's going to be kind of similar. It's going to have different decoration. I just wanted to show that this fits on the front and it would be really cute. Just to kind of extend the life of things that you have. So maybe you want to make some Valentine's gift bags. I think it would be super, super cute. Hello, Cassie. I'm going to pull this off. Isn't it too bad that our animals just don't live as long as we do? I think that all the time. I was having this discussion. I've had this discussion with my children. My son, obviously, he has 2 cats, and they're 3 years old, I think, both of them. And we just talked about, you know, you never know, I guess, is we were talking about that. And then my daughter actually is getting her puppy. Her and her fiance are getting their first pet this weekend, and she's so excited. And we've just, you know, obviously it's a happy time, so, but it's just the reality, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it very well. The reality of having a pet. And it's not what you think about on a everyday basis, but, you know, Brody getting older and he has lots of health issues. And we did think we were going to lose him here about 2 months ago, but he made a miraculous recovery, and we're very, very grateful. Again, I'm going to try to do as thin of a coat as possible. So it dries pretty quickly. Or at least that's the hope. And also so it doesn't get too much underneath. And they have so many colors of these. Question, you said in one of your recent videos that you had recently gone to a mixed media type store. Do you remember the name? I am local and always looking for new places. Okay, it's downtown, and it is called... Oh, dang. I bet Lori's not here either because I think she's out of town. Mrs. O'Leary's or something, maybe? I might be wrong about that. I will look it up and I will add it in my show notes, okay? As soon as we're done, I will look that up. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. I'm just going to use... Oh, except I kind of messed up that one little area. Maybe we can hide that. I'm a big fan of hiding all the mistakes, but I just love the little two-tone hearts. Okay, again, talks amongst yourselves. I'm going to go dump this in my soapy water and I will be right back. And this is the best community. I absolutely agree, Liz. That is it. Molly says that she loves that store. Okay, good. I thought that's what it was called. It's definitely worth a visit if you are local. Or if you come see me. All right. So I am going to actually just set that aside for a minute. Well, again, I clean. Clean so that I don't, you know, hate myself later on. I saw a meme this week that couldn't be more the truth. It's morning me is going to be, or nighttime me, I think is what it was, is going to be so mad at morning me for taking the sheets off the bed to put them in the wash. Who amongst us has not been there? When you forget that you did the wash and you didn't put new sheets on. Oh, Barbara, that's beautiful. She said, someone shared with me, a little boy said people are on earth to learn how to live a good life. Pets already know this, so they aren't here as long as people. That's going to make me cry. It's true. It's very, very true. All right. So while we wait for that to dry, and this is how I actually craft in real time too, is I try to always be doing something else while things are drying. Shari, that is amazing. Her husband always puts the sheets back on. So I learned this after being so mad a few years ago because I was bad about doing that. I always just put the new sheets on immediately because I know that I will be mad at myself if I don't. So I'm just going to stamp the inside of my card with a little greeting and smear the front of my card with my inky hands. Good gracious, I am a mess today. Let me find some cleaner. Let's hope that I don't go out in public today with ink-stained hands. I'm going to have to find some cleaner that will take all of this off. Sharon Johnson. It's been a long time since been on a live. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, been out of school because of the ice storm. Yeah, not happy about that though. But I'm glad you got some days off. Hopefully you had some fun. Shari, that's so funny. I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Mama Rock's question. I struggle getting the stencil clean after using glitz. Is there a less sticky product or what is the best way to clean? I don't know that there's a less sticky product. I think all of it does that. I will say mine will be stained now. If I clean mine right away, like immediately, go in and wash with warm water, they'll get all the way or mostly clean. I don't worry about it as long as there's not buildup. They're going to be stained and that's okay. Oh, a craft scrubby thing from Ranger. Yeah, I do have one of those. That's a good idea. Shari, thanks for that. I actually have one and I don't use it. I need to do that. Yes, Margot says washing dishes. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Always takes the stuff off. It sure does. That's a great idea. Jennifer says she usually tosses hers in a pan of water to soak before cleaning later. So normally I clean immediately. But obviously I did throw mine in some warm soapy water right now. You can always let them soak. Try a scrubber, like Shari was saying. Scrubbers do work good. And will take off most of the residue. It may have some staining depending on the color, but as long as you can still use it. I have some stencils that are stained, but I can ink blend with them because they don't have all of the gunk on them. They're just stained. Karen says, Shari, that is the same reason my husband vacuums and does the laundry every Sunday. Can you guys send your husbands this way? Do they want to clean? Who wants to wash dishes? Liz says. That's funny. Isn't that the truth? Okay, so I did one other thing to my background. Oh gosh, and I just dumped that right on top of it. Let's hope I didn't ruin my background because it's not dry. Okay. I have proceeded to knock things over and drop everything. Oh, let's see. Molly says she's used a nail brush before to gently scrub. That's a great suggestion too. So I'm about out of this, but we're going to use every last drop. This is the Lawn Fawn Liquid Stardust. And I am going to splatter it all over this. So you see the little sparkles all over in the background. I absolutely love this product, and I will tell you my background is not dry, and I don't know if it will be dry. We may have to talk amongst ourselves for a while. But I can go ahead and splatter it and get that drying. I absolutely love this product. Cassie, that's awesome. You guys are so funny. This is making me laugh. Linda says husband doesn't know where the washing machine is. Oh gosh, you guys, that's funny. And clearly I need some more liquid stardust. Okay, after we have splattered it, and I really think I should have probably just done an extra one of these, but that's okay. It's pretty wet. We'll let it sit here for a minute. Let's see. Oh, Michelle has a great tip. She uses a cheap toothbrush to clean her stencils. I actually have some extra toothbrushes, and I'm going to give that a try when we're done. Judy loves liquid stardust. Oh, thanks for telling us about it. I'm so glad you love it. It is awesome. It is probably one of my favorite things. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back to my heart. I have a little sentiment here, the sending lots of, and I've already stamped it on some slate gray cardstock with embossing ink and heat embossed with white embossing powder. And then die cut it with a Simon Says Stamp sentiment label die. And we're just going to pop it here on our heart to finish off our sentiment. Let's see, I think I missed something. You get to spend more time with me, Liz says yes. I did tape this stencil to the card base just just for the sake of hopefully not messing it up on camera. Let's see, I just made a big order on Simon Says Stamp. Oh, well, thank you. If you use my link, I should get credit, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I like your username, Sandra, the Procrastinator. That is so awesome. That's hilarious. That is really, really cute. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some foam here. I saved some of my boring tasks, hoping my background dries. It may not. We may just have to be careful. I love this foam tape from Simon Says Stamp. I know I mentioned that a lot, but I have a lot of feelings. I love foam tape, and when the backing paper doesn't come off easy and sticks to my nails, I get it irritated. And you can see this pulls right off. Hello, Holly. Okay, I am going to attach this even though it's probably not dry because it'll be okay. And what I'm doing is I am trying to center the word love, not my heart. I want my greeting to be centered. And so with that being said, I will be trimming off just a teeny tiny little piece along this side. I probably could try to heat it, Lori, but I'm not going to because I don't know if it will ruin it or not, and it will dry. I'll just be careful. And I'm going to put some of these little Pretty Pink Posh charcoal pearls, and we're going to go ahead and put those on our flowers. Let's see. Heather says she always puts liquid glue on both sides of her foam tape so that it stays put, since over time it can release. Who else has pearls in all the colors because they are so pretty? Joyce and Christ, let's just hope I don't smear it all. Suppose if I do, I can just throw it away, but I don't want to. I wouldn't throw the whole thing away. Maybe I should clarify that. I would wait till it dried and then I'd pull all this off and make a new background. But we're going to try to not have that happen. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully it gives you some confidence to maybe try some paste. Oh, thank you so much, Terry. She's at the hair salon. Stormy here, Candy says. All right, so here's what we're going to do with our flowers. We're going to put one of them. It's going to be glued right to the heart. So let's go ahead and do that guy first. Because I kind of want him framing up the greeting. Did I not put enough glue on it? Probably not. Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is kind of scary. All right, there we go. So there's one of our flowers, and then I'm going to put some foam on the back of another one. And this one is going to be slightly underneath. I think that's how I did this one. Like that. And Lori, I only wish I did. Let's just hope I don't mess up the whole thing. I may have to mute it if that happens. Mute the live. Josephine, all the supplies I'm using are listed in the description below the video. And welcome! She said it's her first time joining us live. That's awesome. So I'm going to carefully lift this up. There we go. Okay, so then after I have this flower down, I am going to put a little glue on the back of my E and glue that to my flower. Because the E is hanging off of the heart and the heart's popped up with foam, it made it a little funky. So creative placement of the flower kind of helps with keeping everything nice and, you know, flush, I guess. Let's see. And then we're just going to tuck some little leaves in. And I decided to go non-traditional with my leaves. This is the Gold Rush Lawn Fawn cardstock, and I absolutely love this cardstock. Sometimes I forget to use it. It has a little bit of gold flecks in it, but I thought it was a little bit more fun than traditional green. You could definitely do green too. I just felt like doing something a little different. I think a mirrored cardstock or metallic cardstock would be kind of fun, or a glitter cardstock. Lots of things you could do. And I'm just putting some little foam squares and then popping them all over. Kelly, thank you for reminding everyone to do all the YouTube things, to like and subscribe. She is so good at that. Thank you so much for reminding everyone. I appreciate you. I should mention, so the small leaves are really little. If you have little embellishments, don't be afraid to cut apart your foam squares, even these small foam squares, because about half of these small squares is perfect for the leaves. And, oh gosh. Let's see if I can get this guy under here. Like that. And then our last little leaf. So I die cut each of these 3 times each. You could do as many or as few as you want. I just kind of thought it looked nice tucked around here. And there we go. And I'm going to let this dry before I put it on the card base we made. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Christine. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you liked that project, Judy. That was really, really fun. That's awesome. So this is what it will look like. I mean, it looks like that already, but we're going to let it dry. When it's all dry, And just a fun card. You can switch out the greeting. I should have mentioned that. I use the sending lots of, but look, here are some other options. You fill my life with joy and love. Love is our happy place. All you need is love. Love you with all my heart. Love and laughter and happily ever after. If you need a wedding or an anniversary card or something, I think that would be really cute too. Just lots of cute greetings. I love that you can really mix and match and customize it. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I'm so glad you popped in. Oh, Joyce and Christ, thank you. So hello again. I hope you guys enjoyed today's card. It was really fun to put together. I know there's a lot of you who love Papertrey ink. I should have had you guys do like a raise your hand. So I've been trying to incorporate them a little bit more. The latest release is amazing. I have a lot of projects coming with it. I know some of the stuff might be sold out, so sign up for notifications from Simon, from Papertrey. That lets them know to order more. It's a lot of birthday themed product. So I will have a couple of videos coming really soon with a lot of that. This card actually had been made for a little while. This was supposed to be last week's live, so I did it today since I wasn't here. So hopefully, I know some of this stuff was restocked. Some of it might have gone out again. Let them know, because I think it works great any time of year. Switch up the colors. Maybe red and pinks are not your thing. Try blues. I think this would be really stunning in blue. My favorite paper glaze color is Arctic Fox. I think that's the name of it. Is that the name of it? It's this really pretty kind of bluish green. It looks like iced spruce distress ink. And I love it. So, let's see. Pretty Pink Posh. I have seen the new Pretty Pink Posh release. I will have some cards with that as well. So stay tuned. That will be next week. So stay tuned for that next week. And I think the week after, if I'm not mistaken. I need to look at my calendar. But yes, absolutely. So many good things coming in this short month of February. Lori has a big heart for PTI products. Let's see. Kelly said, did I say blue? Absolutely. I mean, I tried to do kind of more of Valentine's. I'm about at the end of Valentine's and we'll move on. But I think these products would look good in any color. So definitely use your favorite colors, whatever colors of glazes, if you want to try the stenciling or just do ink blending with your favorite ink colors. Did I miss anybody's questions? If I did, I will stay here for a minute or two just to make sure, try to catch those. If you're watching the replay and you have a question, drop it in the comments. I try to get to those about once or twice a week and go back and try to answer all those. So hopefully if I've missed something, please drop me a message. I do my best. Karen loves the stitching dies from PTI. Me too. They're really nice. Mary says she makes Rainbow Bridge sympathy cards for her vet's office. I think that is wonderful. I love that idea. Someone left me a comment, I think it was on YouTube, and they said that they make them for their pet groomers, or their pet groomer, because they do need a lot of those. And I hadn't ever thought of that, and I think that's a lovely idea too. Judy loves PTI products. Yes. Back to streaming. Oh, Emily, yes. She's been streaming that trial all week. I haven't watched any of that. I probably need to go back and watch some of it, Kelly. That case is crazy. I don't even know what to think about it. It's just crazy. Can you speed up drying process using a heat tool? Athena is asking. I have never tried it, so I do not know. So I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. If anyone else has tried that, let me know. So this is kind of my philosophy for everything. Like, I know with the distress mica stains, you can heat them and dry them, and I have done that a couple times. Almost everything I do, if it requires drying time, I let it sit and air dry. That's just me personally. So like when I made this card originally, I did all of the stenciling and then I came back probably hours later. I had done something else in between and put it together. Just for live, I probably should have done an extra background. That's my fault. Yes, so many trolls. Okay, and I'm just going to say this here. I'm probably going to say it a lot lately. I have seen this all over from a lot of my favorite YouTubers. The trolls and the spam is real. If you get a weird comment on some comment you've left on my channel saying to message them, please don't ever do that. That is not me. I am not going to say message me on some random thing. My name is usually spelled wrong, or they've put hyphens or the underscores in weird places. I know that they steal my profile photo and it looks like it's from me, but it is not. And it is such a bummer. And they do it to many, 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 many channels. But just know that I will never ask you to message me on something weird in order to claim a prize. That's not going to happen. And also, if you get random weird comments from guys, or it looks like it's from guys, I would not answer those either. I try to report and block all of them that I see. And if you see them, and I have not done that, I did get a couple of heads up this week from some of you. Thank you guys for emailing me and saying, hey, it looks like somebody is leaving weird comments. I was able to go block them and it removed all of those comments. So what a disaster. But thank you guys. Thank you for always letting me know about those things, and I appreciate it. Oh, yay! Nikki has all of the supplies. I love that. The more followers you get, Kelly says, the more trolls you get. And that is the truth in everything. I think Shari and I were discussing something kind of similar to that this week. Yes. And that's okay. I just try to be more diligent in keeping track of things and making sure, like I had to make our chat subscribers only. So if you are just coming and you're kind of bummed because you can't chat, it is because you have to be a subscriber in order to chat. So please consider subscribing. It just keeps this a safe place without a bunch of X-rated comments that we don't want. So anyway, I wish all of you a wonderful crafty weekend. I hope you get to do card making or whatever crafting you love to do. And I will see you guys all next week. I have a lot of content coming next week. Actually, a lot of content the next 2 weeks. Lots of new releases and lots of new product. So stay tuned. Thank you guys, and I will see you later. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.